today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 16 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
After the penalty, it's Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
7 yards there and a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And break, the tight end's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
29-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Keelan Cole, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
19 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
On the carry for Buffalo.
The numbers on Moss from last week's game, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him. Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing on first down is Allen. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Allen. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Sometimes I need a check.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I
would
don't
do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry by Bell. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. A screen to Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the counter, this is Moss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers put up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
McKenzie now to return it. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Allen. And the catch made, this is Emmanuel Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They run the counter. Moss. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Allen's throw is complete.
Come on again.
All the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Complete to number
Stephon Diggs. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. He would continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting Close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And the Bills will move the chains.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
For Dawson Knox, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. 2nd quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Here's Bell. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell. He's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 11. He'll get this one complete to Davis. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Davis. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To return is McKenzie. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Allen going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. And this one too low.
For Dawson Knox. Incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's
a good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
to number 20.
Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now, he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Keelan Cole, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Extra point try by Bailey. Gives them a 3-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive, as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. The left side caught by Diggs. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Pettis on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A run by Moss to start the 3rd quarter. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 27-yard.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions. And here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield. He was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now Allen on 3rd down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run the screen with Moss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Here's the Jets offense now, getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Kick is good.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of, they've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll go again here with Moss. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And that's caught by Beasley.
Allen's pass.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Complete to number 8.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On second down, here's a run with Moss. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, they stay with Moss on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now the third-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, that's caught by Hollister. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
For it on first and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Well, after the loss on first down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet, but time is still going to be a factor in their decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
They run again with Breida. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now Allen. And that's complete to Zach Moss out of the backfield. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
The kick is good. That ties the game.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays and only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 20. The Bills come to the line to start. Their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Now he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And
he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction. Here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The pass.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. That close to taking a 4th quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then, doink, off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing the ball game.
They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A gain of 14.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Up the middle.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 41, Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Allen's pass.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This is Bell. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. There they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
16.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Allen now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Moss. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On first down, Moss. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And quickly they get to the line.
On the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the Jets' 24-yard line.
They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So the Jets now down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor for their losing streak, in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. He's back to throw. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Right back to Moss. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Moss, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Moss on the carry for
a gain of 3, 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
So Allen's going to look to throw and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Moss. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Tackled back
behind the chain, 2nd and 13. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bills, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.